everybody, Mikey G hier, Mike, und willkommen zu Dictionary. Ja, ihr werdet euch fragen, wieso macht er jetzt ein Spiel über ein Wörterbuch? Das werdet ihr gleich sehen. Ich hatte Bock auf was Neueres, etwas, was noch nicht so bekannt ist, und das hier ist definitiv nicht bekannt, denn es ist aus dem Jahr 2014 im Zuge eines Indie-Game-Maker-Contests gemacht von der Seite rpgmakerweb.com. Es ist ein VX-Ace-Game und von dem Ersteller endriu. So wie es aussieht, sein erstes Game und naja, 21 Tage ist er dran gesessen an dem Ganzen. Es ist auf Englisch, wie ihr auch schon sehen könnt, und es ist ziemlich story-driven. Es gibt auch ein bisschen Kampf, aber in erster Linie story-driven. Es ist offenbar neben einigen Standard-RTP-Geschichten, also Standardressourcen, auch vieles selbst gezeichnet, wie man hier jetzt zum Beispiel schön sieht. Und ich bin ziemlich gespannt. Ich weiß nicht, wie lange das Ganze dauert. Man kann ja leider keine Maps mehr die Anzahl sehen bei VX-Ace-Projekten. Aber gut, schauen wir mal, was hier so passiert. Dictionary. Somewhere in time and space, there was a little planet whose inhabitants lived in high towers and could do nothing but practice magic. They had no farms, for their food was created synthetically. They had no flint, for the only hearts they had were little by their fireballs. Oder so. And they had no theaters, no cinemas, no libraries. They had no fun at all, and the only books they wrote were about alchemy and magic formulas. Why should we linger on this little, useless planet then, you might ask? I shall soon explain. This is Merv. The little funny-looking guy is one of the 77 apprentices of the high mages of the high circle of the high something of something. To clarify, I said something because otherwise I should have pronounced obscure runes like and you don't really want that. But, let us get back to our friend here. He was patiently waiting for his master to end his boring lesson about the aphrodisiac properties of larva's mucus. Mucus. Oh boy. Therefore, if you carefully extract the essence using the Olympic... This is not the story I want to tell you either. Let me just add though that mages had no idea of what aphrodisiacs are used for. They lack the straightforward yet obscure basic concepts. Merv had now finished his lesson and he was back into his room at the top of the master's tower. Still though, knowing nothing of having fun and the like. He was, guess what, studying again. But this time something different was happening. In fact, the book was not called Absolutely Boring List of Vegan Spells from A to Z, or alchemical recipes used for repair summoned washing machines. Apart from its moldy cover, its name is what caused Merv's curiosity and made him pick it up from the master's bookshelf labeled junk books. To be ignited as soon as possible. Its name was... A Dictionary of Things That Do Not Exist in Our World. A beginner's guide on how to acknowledge the unknowledgeable. Ta-da! Merv started reading it from letter A. After learning about agriculture and how mythical beasts called cows helped people plow fields and how the adjective amazing could be used to express something opposite to everything he had always done in his whole life. He stopped on a small, apparently insignificant word. Art. This whole concept was unknown to him. People on Earth use tools different from rods and wands to create things, like paintings, statues, or music. Merv scrolled his dictionary's pages and read everything about these words. How could an indigenous, semi-intelligent race of monocephalous beings create such wonderful things? Our little mage wandered for hours, and when his master was evidently snoring, he decided to use his portal and reach this art, which seemed to be beautiful to him. Once he had grabbed his sparkling water-powered rod and his multifunctional cape, he pronounced the famous formula: Sim, Sala, Bim. And a portal lit in front of him. When the master realized what was happening, it was too late. Merv's cells were already dematerializing towards another dimension. The dictionary instead was still open on Art's page. Where was he? The sky was different from the one he knew. The land itself was not as squared as his planet's one. This art should have been really, really amazing, he thought, when he spotted a woman with a head in her hands. Though he realized he must have been wrong. Nevertheless, he decided to go and talk to her. Movement. To move, use the WSD or arrow keys. To interact with the ambient and other characters, press enter or the mouse button. Ja, Freunde. To travel between maps, press enter or left mouse when Merv is above the black arrow. Oh, wir haben wieder Pfeile. Ja, Freunde, das sind wir. Wir sind Merv. The portal was broken. Merv could not go back onwards then. Ja, Freunde, wir sind im Game, haben nichts groß an Menü und naja, ich find's schon mal interessant, storytechnisch. Mal wieder was anderes. Zumindest habe ich bis jetzt kein derartiges Game gespielt. Schauen wir mal, was uns das Ganze noch so bringen wird. Ein Spiel von Kunst wieder, hä? Welcome to Art? Achso, jetzt sind's die Charaktere selbst. Welcome to Art, little one. Nobody has ever used that teleporter. I have already seen flying houses, carpets, umbrellas, but no magic portals whatsoever. You must be the first. Congratulations. Name's Judith, by the way, and here is in my hand, you can see what's left of an old friend of mine, Hollow Furnace. You have chosen a most unfortunate time to visit us. This stump belongs to the Tree of Life, whose curled branches were infinite and represented life itself. I had sworn to protect it, and even if I conquered cities and men in equal measure, I failed. Some wicked evil has come from the north, and it is literally sucking away the color from art. No color means no life in this world. As you can see, everything lays dead in front of us. Almost no trees, no bushes, no grass. But at least, we still have colors in this area. Every step you take is a step towards the gray.
If you looked like an adventurer, I would have asked you to help our people, but you surely do not look like so, though. Not look so tough. I shall ask anyway. Since a helping hand is always welcome, the choice is all yours, though. Will you help us?
Of course! Sowas von.
I knew it. I knew you would help us, little one. Follow this yellow brick road. It's been made a long time ago to help people reaching someone who could help resolving their problems. I have never met him, but I know he could hold important information about this great menace. But beware, the enemy's troops are marching in this direction, and I would suggest not to get caught. May God be with you.
Ja, Freunde, marching down the yellow brick road. Ihr wisst sicherlich, aus welcher Geschichte dieses Ding ist. Der gelb gepflasterte Weg. Schreibt's mir in die Kommentare runter. Ja, noch was ganz Kurzes. Ein Spiel, bei dem es sich um Kunst dreht. Da gibt es auch ein ziemlich tolles. Das habe ich, glaube ich, das ein oder andere Mal schon erwähnt. Das nennt sich Eep. Ist ein japanisches Game. Soweit ich weiß, ich bin mir nicht sicher. Jedenfalls gab es auch schon eine übersetzte Version davon. Auch ins Deutsche, wenn ich nicht falsch informiert bin. Ist auch ein interessantes Game. Kennt ihr das? Schreibt das auch in die Kommentare runter. Und jetzt schauen wir uns mal weiter um. Ja, Emerald City 4891. Onward. Merv decided then to see with his eyes what the lack of colors meant. He started following the yellow brick road, which, from his position, seemed almost endless. After a few hours, he ended up in a gorge between two hills. Oh, gefährlich für Hinterhalt. Everything was quiet. Too quiet. Then he heard them and spotted them. A little square of completely black wings was swarming from the hills. In a blink of an eye, they were on him and he found himself in the middle of a fight. Spacebar shows HP and attack and left mouse, aber passt schon. Ha! Yep, wir haben ein Action-Kampfsystem, Freunde. Ja, komm schon. Euch machen wir Blatt. Ha! After dispatching his foes, Merv noticed a glowing object flying towards him. Meins.
Hey there! I'm Ariel, and no, I'm not a mermaid before you ask. I spotted you from the distance and, just to let you know, there are more enemies coming along the way. They are stealing all of the colors from art, since you must have talked with the tree of What? The tree has been cut down? By the storm. What's wrong with these people nowadays? My master in prison, the colors being stolen by flying monkeys, the tree cut down. Anyway, here's all I've got. Some basic magic, used by my master's initiates. It is surely better than that wooden thing you are using at the moment. There's a camp north of here. I'm sorry. Try to avoid the monkeys and get there. It's at the crossroads, at the foot of the mountains, and there's a big bonfire. You won't miss it.
The Wanderer.
The Wanderer will tell you what to do. You help us, won't you? Fare thee well, Blackie friend.
Oh, stimmt. Der Kerl ist ja so Minecraft-mäßig.
And this blight, saved by my master, and he will do anything you can do for you. Oh, here they are again. Fall back.
Oh boy. As soon as Ariel left, another bunch of flying monkeys approached, their intentions not friendly at all. Ariel gave you a spell to choose between them. Press Q button. Okay. Zack. Light Magic. Ah, das geht wirklich deutlich besser. Ha. Noch sind wir übermächtig, Freunde. Die Frage ist, wie lange das so bleibt. After defeating his foes again, Merv decided to look for the mountain Ariel told him about. This fellow wanderer seemed important, though, to be able to help him. He decided to start marching right away and headed north. Thousands of steps further ahead, Merv reached what he thought was the camp Ariel was talking about. The bonfire was rather different and more obscure than what he expected. A huge sword was plunged into a pile of bones and dust. A grim scene indeed. An endless wall of rocks laid behind it, with only a small rope leading the way up into the clouds. Was the wanderer really on top of that? Merv wasn't really sure on how to climb a whole mountain by himself. After all, he was just a little wizard. In spite of everything, he took his courage in his hands and decided to climb the mountain. The people of art needed him, and he wouldn't have let them down. Ja, Freunde.
To the top.
Ja, Freunde, das Bonfire, das kennt ihr auch aus einem Game. Ein schnieker AAA-Titel. Phew. Merv never expected that climbing a mountain could have been so harsh. Still though, even if his legs were weak, his hands scratched and his ropes all dirty, his heart had been strong and he managed to reach the top. There, a man dressed in green was staring at the horizon. Ja, meine Freunde, eine schön erzählte Geschichte bis jetzt. Das gefällt mir. Richtig cool. Und wie das Ganze weitergeht. Ob das der Wanderer ist, von dem die Fee gesprochen hat, das sehen wir das nächste Mal. Bei Dictionary. Oder vielmehr, wie es oben im Frame heißt, The Dictionary of Things That Do Not Exist. Bis dahin, rock your life, everybody. Cheerio. Schöne Geschichte.